Well, all right, Aries. Hello, and welcome to HawthorneHouse. Um, so this is my thought process book, I guess is what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna need to get a new one because apparently this might be a thing now. I didn't usually do this for readings, but this is something I do a lot when I'm transing, and I just felt like, while I'm getting into Aries energy here, I needed to kind of move my hands a little bit, and I ended up doing one of my little scribbles, right? And you'll have to forgive the I'll hold this up in a minute so you can see a little more clearly. But the forgive my bad handwriting, and cause I'm like half eyes closed, writing, scribbling. So it's not pretty. It's not pretty, but it is like the energy and the feeling that as I was just centering it on Aries. And I did this yesterday, and it's a little bit different, but it's a little more aggressive today. And maybe that's because now the portal's open, right? And I jumped right into this reading, and I didn't even explain. Hi, Aries. I'm sorry. We're just gonna start now. I'm gonna keep that beginning bit in because it's important to this. But hello, Aries. Welcome to Hawthorne House. I am doing a reading today for you on what is coming through the portal of April, because it begins and ends with a new moon. And to me, that's signifying a big opening, like a door opening, like something is going to come through that door for you. Or you are pulling something through that door. And so I'm doing a series of readings for all the zodiacs based on that. What is coming through the door. And that was not what I asked when I was doing this. This was just focusing in on your energy. And all I can say, Aries, is wow, who pissed you off? Because here, let me hold it up. It's just a little scribble of a person on fire, kind of. I picked the pinky red pen because I felt like that was the energy that Aries was coming at me with. And there's a bunch of words around this, and I'm going to try to adjust them before we get into pulling cards, right? Okay, so what is coming through the portal for you? And that's the question that was asked. And honestly, all I can think of is karma. Karma in your favor, though, justice and retribution. That's two of the words here. And this is, I put a little verses here, is it justice versus retribution? And that might come up in the cards, and we'll talk about that if it does. But it just feels like somebody did you dirty and you're not having it anymore. You're like, okay, well, I've got two quotes down here, and a song and stuff. So words on here before we even get to pulling cards. And I just want to give you the energy that started coming up. So the first word that I got was actually playful. Because this felt like a very playful image. It was Aries is feeling fun and flirty this April. And I'm like, that's nice, but that's not quite what I'm getting. That's not the full story. I feel the fun and flirty, but it feels kind of aggressive. Aggressive was the second word that I wrote. And I know it's all over the place. But I was definitely, with that playful energy, I was definitely picking up there was some aggression there. There was some upset going on with Aries. At least some of you are having maybe March was not a great month for you. Or somebody really ticked you off March. And going into April, I feel let's see, what did I get? It's down here. This is the quote. It says, well, you can't see it because I pulled the book back. Let me just push it up here. Right here. This one. It says, they'll get what they deserve. You don't need to lift a finger, right? So that's telling me that whoever upset you, You don't have to do anything. Like, you don't have to get revenge. You don't have to, and be petty and, like, take matters into your own hands, because it's already handled. Like, Cosmos got you this month. That could very well be what's coming through that door. It's not, it's for you, but it's to someone else. And I don't know I don't know if that's true. I'm just, that's the feeling that I got. And I got this too. It says, you play with fire, you get burned. And I think somebody played you, or is trying to play you, tried to play you. Like, maybe they weren't successful, or maybe you got played a little bit, and obviously you would be pissed, and now the bitch is back. That's here too. The bitch is back. Like, and it's not even that you have to do anything. This image to me is very hands off. The fire's coming out of you. This says moth to a flame. So, like, people are drawn to this energy that you have going on right now, where things are easy for you, and you're like, that playfulness is like mischievous. You know how when you have one of those friends, right, and they're usually like very open and talkative, and like, Aries, that feels like you right now. It's like you're very open and talkative most of the time, and you're like, you let stuff roll off your shoulders, and you're like, I'm not going to let that bother me too much. But, like, if you're that type of Aries, then there are moments where and I feel this a lot with Pisces, it's the quiet ones you have to watch out for, right? But I am getting that, if you go quiet and you get to the point where you're like, I'm done, I'm going to let, them taking this out of my hands, everything becomes this, you don't have to think about it. Their action with thought is written up here, right? But it's not that you're taking actions without thinking. It's that you don't need to think about this. It's not your problem anymore. Like, you have handed it off to the universe. You're like, look, I'm done with this situation, this person. I've given them enough chances, and you go quiet on them because you've handed the problem off to the universe. You're like, I don't have to handle this personally. The universe has got me on this one. And that's what it feels like. And I haven't even pulled any cards yet. The song, by the way, is Mount Everest by Labyrinth. And let's see, did I show Karmic is written up here, ease of action, mischievous. And then this is balance and momentum. You see, I feel like this kind of playful pose is it's like a balancing act, right? But it also gives me this feeling of you can rock forward at any time that you decide to, and you're just going to take off, right? And I feel like that's like you're in this state of potential movement, and you're holding that space right now, and it's like you're waiting for the universe, for karma to do its thing, and then you're just like, I'm getting like firecracker, just, you're gone, you're ready, you're like, okay, that problem's solved, and I can just move on now. I feel like you're not going to have a lot of stuff holding you back this April. It feels like there's going to be a lot of ease of movement and things moving in your favor, which is why I feel like justice being served is also in your favor. All right. Okay, so now, so now I'm going to like light our candle here, and I'm going to move this. And I'm going to shuffle some cards, asking what's coming through the portal for you, or what's crossing the threshold. I need to move this out of the way. I don't have a very aggressive, like, I don't know why I keep getting aggressive. I just feel like, and I don't even necessarily feel like it's that you're being aggressive. It's just that there's some aggressive energy around you right now. And I don't really have a deck that corresponds with that. A lot of my decks are very gentle or soft. Oh, you know what, though? Actually, I've got the embroidered graveyard oracle deck that I pre-ordered. And I feel like this is probably, yeah, cunning. Here we go. The fox. I just cut the deck, you know, because I had one from yesterday's reading on the underside. But the cunning fox, right? And it feels like the energy here is very mischievous, very cunning. This is a... Um, so with this deck, I feel like we're going to try to pull on the energy of what's coming through the portal for you. Because it feels like something's ending as this is coming through, or because this is coming through. And it's like a good ending for you, though. It's like everything in your favor kind of ending. But let's see. Let's get a closer look. What is coming through the portal for Aries this April? During the month of April. What's coming through the portal for Aries? What's crossing the threshold? What change is occurring? What's the shift? Give us the details. I think this is going to be the last one. All right. Yes. Okay, here we go. All right. What is crossing the threshold for Aries this month of April? Whoa, okay. What is crossing the threshold? What is coming through the portal for Aries? What is coming through the portal for Aries? All right. All right, we're going to stop there. And we're also going to look at the bottom of the deck here in a minute as well. But let's start with these. Let's see. These ones fell upright, so we're going to look at them first. And I think this is the order that I got them in. It doesn't really matter, though, because I'll move them around. And then this is the... Okay, this makes sense. So let's start like this. And I will hold these up so that you guys can see them in a minute. All right. So the first card that I want to look at is the spring equinox. The number is 66. So if that number means something important to you, you know, or 6s, even 12. I keep track of numbers because I always find that they repeat or become significant at certain points in my life. But I don't necessarily know like any of the numerology bits to them. So the spring equinox, right? This tells me this is like where this started. Like something went down during the spring equinox or the month of March that just it upset your balance of things. It just turned you from this fun, playful, like fun and flirty and like happy for the sake of just life and living. You're having a good start of the year, I guess. Like, it was a really good beginning of the year. And all of a sudden, like, it was like hitting a wall. And that wall involves somebody doing something wrong. It just feels like somebody, I don't know if it's somebody betrayed you or lied to you, but it feels like I don't know. I can't pick the exact feeling. And it could be a lot of different things, and that's why I can't pinpoint exactly, like, because it doesn't necessarily feel like it's just a romantic betrayal. It could be a betrayal from a friend. It doesn't necessarily have to be a betrayal, but maybe you were overlooked for something, a job promotion. You know, I'm not going to try to, if something specific comes to me, I'll say it, but I'm not going to try to make it happen. So what's coming through the portal after this? And this feels like, you know, an ending. And for me, rather than look at we're going to look at the last card here too. This is Samhain Veilwalker, Spring Equinox and Samhain Veilwalker. And this is 68, right? To me, this is a time period. From the Spring Equinox to All Hallows. The 31st of October, right? From the 21st, I celebrated on the 21st. It was the 20th of March to the 31st of October. It feels like this is what's coming through. It's not just this, like this door that's opening right now, that's opening at the beginning of April, is staying open, and this is the stuff that's coming through. And the things that you have here are to live deliciously. And this is number 26. A lot of sixes. You're getting like a lot of sixes. So keep that in mind if 6 is an important number to you. You have nourish, which is 25. Nourish yourself. Live deliciously and nourish yourself. This feels like enjoy life, like indulge in life, but keep it balanced, you know, indulge, but also nourish yourself. Don't indulge too much. Faithful. This tells me that you're going to have someone faithful enter your life, a companion. This is 52, that's a 7. So, and it could be an animal, it could be a dog, like, but it also could be a person, and it could be that it was a person that you had to walk away from, or that upset your balance and is going to go through that retribution. This card, the Shining Twins here, the Shining Twins, which is 56, another 6. So you've had 6s in almost all of your cards, except these two, which are 5s and 2s. Wow, that's really interesting. I only just noticed that. Okay, but the Shining Twins here definitely feel like that's your retribution energy, right? The creepy twins are coming through the portal to be like, hey, you messed up and now you have to pay for it. Not you, but whoever did, you know, whatever they did to you. And I can't, I'm not getting anything specific. It's so hard to pinpoint, and I'm not sure why, because usually I'll get like a very specific something that was done. But again, I'm not used to doing general readings, so there's a lot of energy coming through, and I'm just trying to filter through it. Okay, and I do want to look at the bottom of the deck here, because the bottom of the deck is 14, which adds up to a 5, but isn't the same as these, but you could take it that way, is impervious, right? Impervious is at the bottom of the deck. You are impervious. You see all that red, that fire with the wings? It's so similar, like, to me, I don't know, it just feels like, that drawing. It's like the fire is protecting you. Nothing can touch you while it's around you. And maybe you realize that there were some people who were trying to come into your space and were the aggressive ones, or were being too aggressive, and you were like, no, I'm not into that. And so it was like, I'm getting this divine flame feeling of like, yes, your fire draws people in, you draw people in, but at the same time, like, if you don't want things to get close to you, those flames flare up, and the heat and intensity of it just pushes people away. And while sometimes that can be a negative thing, I wouldn't say negative. I would say sometimes it can be a thing that you need to adjust and learn to control better, because maybe you're pushing away people who you don't want to push away, or who are good for you, but you know, as a defense mechanism, because you're afraid of being hurt, you push people away. So that isn't the feeling that I'm getting from this. Is like an automatic response to danger, like the fight or flight, and you don't have to flee, you don't have to fight. It's like that fire fights for you, like it flares up for you. It is the spirit of the universe surrounding you and being like, no, don't touch, that's mine. You can't interfere with this one's plans. Like, you can't drive them off course. I won't let you. It's almost like being divinely protected is the feeling that I'm getting, especially from this card. It feels like you're divinely protected against people who would throw you off course, or who are trying to take from you or betray you. And it feels like I'm getting this feeling of just, it's like you've realized that. It's like in that image that I scribbled down, it's like you've realized, oh, I don't have to handle this myself. The universe is going to handle this for me and take this situation or person out of my life. And I'm just going to sit back and watch it happen. And it's that mischievous smirk of, you realize, oh, yeah, that you deserve this. Like, this is what you get. And it's not malicious. It's just, you feel justified. Like, they're getting what they deserve. And maybe it's not good to like gloat in that energy, but it doesn't feel like you're gloating. It just feels like you're just going to sit back and watch this. Like popcorn. So maybe it's a little bit petty, but it doesn't feel like, petty by your hand. It just feels like you can just watch things unfold and know that they'll get what they deserve and you're going to get what you deserve. Whew, okay. So before we end this reading, it wasn't supposed to be this long, but it looks like it's going to stretch to closer to the 30-minute mark. I want to do... Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, oh my god. So I want to do... This is the Mystical Manga Tarot, okay? And here's the bag. Alright, and here's where I split the deck, and you got the 10 of Swords, people stabbing you in the back, bro. I can't. Okay. That's so significant to this that I want to leave it out. Oh my gosh. Okay, and underneath that, and I haven't even shuffled yet, but I want to make note of this. Underneath that is the 10 of Cups. Like, from the 10 of Swords to the 10 of Cups, that's crazy. Fulfillment, that's what's coming through the door. Like, justice, and those are the only two upright. That's insane. It's justice and retribution. Like, that's what it feels like. And then restoration is another word coming through for some reason. Okay, anyway, I want to use this to, I don't know, get any clarifying messages or what's coming through the portal for Aries, and maybe some advice on how to, we'll get some advice too from some, yeah, maybe this will have a little bit of advice, but maybe I'll pull one of my other oracle decks and see if it's got some advice. What is coming through the portal for Aries? What do they need to know? Can you please clarify the cards that we've got on the table? What's coming through the portal for Aries? Oh, girls and guys. Alright, what's coming through the portal? Is that Temperance? It is. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Keep the bottom of the deck here. We might look at that. So, right away, and this goes here for now. Right away, the 3 of Cups came out, right? And that's all about celebration. And it also feels like close friends, few close friends. I feel like when I did my warm-up reading yesterday that I got this card for Aries as well. Not from this deck. It was from a different deck, I think. But this definitely feels like a celebration is coming between the time of the spring equinox and between Halloween. Like a celebration is coming. And then you've got 2 more 6s here. You've got the 6 of Cups. You are the one with 6s. Yeah, I totally blinked on that. Sorry, you've got the 6 of Cups here. And then you've got the 6 of Wands. So, victory, the 6 of Wands, victory, the victory for you is coming through the portal. And also Temperance here. I want to hold this up too, because it's upright. Temperance, so victory and temperance. So it's like, you know you've won, but it feels like you're very humbled and balanced in that. You're not like, oh, ho, ho, ha, 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 arrogant, gloating kind of energy, but it's, yes, that was deserved. You got what you deserved. And now we go our separate ways. It's like, you're going to watch the karma unfold, but you're not going to hold a grudge. That was a much more succinct way to put that. And then this is again, that same sharing energy, but it feels very balanced. It's like someone is bringing you a gift. Someone is coming to help you. It almost feels like what comes through the portal is, it's an assistance. It's someone else is coming to help you through this. And that might be spirit bringing you to victory, helping you with karma. Let's see what this middle card is. The Ace of Cups. It could also be a person or a new relationship, a new beginning. Though you've got a lot of cups here, a lot of water energy. Temperance also, very water energy. And then wands here, fire. Wands are fire, right? Air? Wands air. No, wands are definitely fire energy. At least that's what I'm feeling right now. I don't know if that's true, but it must be. Swords are air, wisdom. I don't know. I might be mixing that up, you guys. I'll have to look later. But you've got so much water, and then it ends in fire. So maybe emotion is what you need to lead on right now while you're going through this, but positive emotions. Don't dwell on whatever happened in March or the beginning of the year or the end of last year even. Don't dwell on that like heavy angry emotion. Like, your anger has served its purpose. If you're angry, now it's time to feel more, to get more into your feels, but like good feelings. Surround yourself with good people and let people who are holding out their hand to you, take their hand. If you have good feelings about them, let them help you, Don't push people away with those flames that could help you douse them. Keep the flames going for those who are trying to hurt you, though, And then the Ace of Cups feels very much like a new focus. Like, that's it, you're focusing more on temperance, right? Look how she's gazing into this cup. It feels very focused and very like a new energy coming into your life. And it's maybe you're finding more balance between your fire. Maybe you've got a lot of water sign placements and those two fight each other a lot. I know my sun is water, but my moon is a fire sign, so like they kind of fight a little bit. So maybe it's that sort of energy. It could be an actual person coming into your life. It could just be friends. Or it could be the energy itself is just, that's the new energy that you're going to focus on. It's more temperance. You're going to calm your flames for the people who, you want close to you and in your life. And it's kind of about learning that, I feel like. You're learning to douse the fire for those, gentle it and keep it warm and inviting for those that you want to have in your life. But also, you're not going to let anyone who you don't want or who doesn't have your best interest at heart into your life. Like, you're done letting people who especially if that, or you've got that feeling that they don't have your best interest at heart in life, you're not going to, the flames will protect you, but you're learning to control them. And then on the bottom of the deck here, we've got two cards upright. We've got the Seven of Pentacles, so that's earth energy. It's grounding, it's planting seeds. So again, new energy here. Maybe something new coming. And then you've got the Three of Wands. And it definitely feels like fire. He's overlooking the ocean, though. It's the coming together of fire and water again. I keep getting that. image. He's looking off to the future, though, it feels like. It's like you've planted seeds, and now you're looking to the future. You're not going to let the past hold you back. And yeah, it definitely feels like you're ready to move forward with this April. Like maybe you had a really bad slump over the beginning of the year or the end of last year, and now you're ready to come out of that and move forward, and you know that the energy that was not on your side is being removed for you, and you don't have to focus on that. It's time to focus on you and reflecting on yourself and like leaning into this balanced energy and accepting gifts and the support of those surrounding you without pushing everyone away. Because maybe before, when you got really upset or angry, you push everybody out. If one person betrayed you, it was like everyone had betrayed you, right? Ooh, you guys, a spider. That's fortuitous. Energetically, spiders are kind of, I'll take him outside. I've got a little jar here. They're kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say, sorry, I had to move away from the mic. I wouldn't say my symbol, but it's like, well, I guess it kind of is. You'd have to ask my friends, but they associate me with spiders quite a bit. And they're always around, spiders everywhere, but I haven't been seeing them much lately. This is one of a few that have shown up in the past couple days. I'm getting a lot more of them now. So I feel like that was a good ending to this reading. I hope that this helped you some. I don't know if it flowed well. I'll watch it back before I post it, but not too closely, because then I won't post it at all. But I hope, Aries, that this gave you a look at what's coming for you in the month of April. It feels like good things. I mean, victory card here. It just feels like April is yours. You're winning. You're winning April. Not that there's, well, take it how you will. I feel like things are turning in your favor for April. I hope that this was of some assistance or heads up or even just a nice chat. And I want to thank you for coming, and I hope that I see you next time. If you have any questions or comments below, you can leave them below, and maybe I'll do a little end of segment like Q&A when I do your next Aries reading. Okay, that's all for now. Bye!